just talked about the Fang Feng Tong Sheng, right?
Fang Feng Tong Sheng.
Yes, you got it.
I'm trying. I'm trying. They're not easy, but I'm trying to listen good and try to copy.
You are very talented. It's very hard to pronounce those words. So, Fang Feng Tong Sheng. The Fang Feng means wind.
Yes.
Fang is prevent the wind heat attacking us.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I always knew it was wind, but the protection of wind. Winds can be very violent. We talk about elements in the world, and wind can be very violent and very erratic and very forceful.
So
within the body as well as the climate.
Exactly. So wind could cause seizure, could cause cold, flu,
tremor.
Yeah, tremor, itchy. So with this formula, because there are 3 herbs to expel the wind, it's Jing Jie, Fang Feng, Bo He. So that group expel the wind. So when you have heat, you have wind, you have sore throat, you have like
dark urination.
Yes, that's very important.
It's heat in the body that causes a lot of problems. Dark urination is really a problem. You need to address that. That's heat in the body. The body tells you many things if you just watch.
Yes. So the wind is, you think about the heat, when your core temperature increase a little bit, and then the bacteria can overgrowing.
Well, that's what happens with heat. It causes bacteria.
Yes, and cause more inflammation. Your body try to fight the bacteria by increasing that temperature to attack the bacteria, but sometimes it cause damage to the tissue.
Well, the body works very hard to do that. It doesn't always succeed. And sometimes it needs herbs and some help.
Yes. So if you think you have wind, you have heat, then you could have allergies.
So let's talk about the symptoms. Let's clarify that. Wind heat symptoms are sore throat, constipation, dark urine.
Yes.
Things of this nature. This is what you call heat in the body.
Yes. And also when you have stomach heat, then you constantly want to eat.
Well, that's what it is. It's hunger, but it's
stomach heat.
The heat causes the hunger.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Heat causes hunger.
That's my problem, because I always want to eat. So there's a condition called stomach heat but spleen deficient. So I can eat a lot but don't process very well.
So let's talk about that topic. That's one of my favorite topics I learned in school, the spleen and the stomach.
Yes.
And what we need to remember is the spleen likes things to be dry, and the spleen likes things to be wet.
Yeah.
I got that right?
The stomach like to be moisturized. You need stomach juice.
Right.
So
for digestion.
Yeah.
But the spleen likes it dry. And that's the sister organ, by the way. Stomach and spleen are organs that work together.
Yes. So for a condition like people always want to eat, they crave food like me, and that means you have stomach heat. But then you couldn't digest well. When you go to spleen digestion, you get a bloating, you get gas, you get a
abdominal distension.
Yes, and so your coating will be a little thick.
On your tongue. In other words, if your tongue coating is thick, this is some signs of dampness.
Yes, and then your bowel movement will be sluggish. So
we should talk a little about the tongue too, because I think that's very fascinating.
Yes, the tongue
really tells a lot about the person where they're at that day.
Exactly. The coating can change very fast. Like use Fang Feng Tong Sheng, you clear up the heat. They have stomach heat, clearing herbs. They have upper burner heat, like for lung, for the heart, like a Huang Qin will clear up the upper burner heat. And then they also have Da Huang to clear up, to purge your large intestine. So all the heat up, middle, lower will be
We call those the 3 burners, by the way.
Yes.
The upper burner, the middle burner, and the lower burner. We talk about that a lot in Chinese medicine.
Yes. So when we purge those heat, then the craving reduced.
Yes.
And then we can digest better. But always, whenever you eat too much or there are too much inflammation, your blood stasis. Your blood is not circulating.
So
well.
let's talk about blood stasis. That's such a great topic. It's such a popular topic in Chinese medicine. Blood stasis is when the blood doesn't move or flow. It's lack of movement. The blood doesn't flow. You get it with people that are elderly. They don't move enough. They have a sedentary lifestyle. We want to move the body so you don't have the blood stuck.
Yes. And then if you take a look at their tongue, the vein underneath tongue look purple. And if you have diabetic patients,
it's called sublingual vein.
yes, and it enlarged and purple.
It's right under the tongue. Don't ask me to show you mine because mine's large.
You're not bad, but if you see the diabetic patients, that's bad.
Oh,
it's
so
very purple.
Tell us why diabetic people have this.
Because
that's fascinating.
Because the high blood sugar causes inflammation.
Oh.
So they also have internal heat. So they crave sweets. And that's bring another topic. If we use this Fang Feng Tong Sheng, the cheap herbs, with so many herbs targeting heat, targeting circulation, targeting digestion, then you can actually lose weight. I use that for 6 months when I have hives. And then I didn't purposely want to lose weight. I lost 15 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. And then after that, I stay on the diet, low carb, more vegetables and regular eating. I mean, my weight just not fluctuating too much.
Well, your weight really shows you about what your health is.
Yes. I mean, a few pounds less or more is normal.
Yeah.
So, and you have pretty good optimized weight because you never have to be worried about your gain weight.
I just eat when I'm hungry. When I'm not hungry, I don't eat.
Yes, that means you don't have so much heat. But I have a lot of heat, so I'm always hungry. So this simple herbs, Fang Feng Tong Sheng, which I use that since I was a child. You can use that for weight loss.
You know, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at all the specific herbs in here. And I think a lot of them are tonify the blood, tonify, which means you strengthen.
Yes, it strengthens the digestion, gradual, and clearing the heat. And, you know, we have so many clearing heat herbs and expel wind.
You know what I really love about Chinese medicine? I don't know why I'm prompt to say this, but I'm going to. When we take Western medicine, our liver has to filter out all the Western medicine. Why not try the East first? When all else fails, run to the West.
Yes.
That's what I say, you know.
And the good thing,
gentle on the body.
Exactly.
The body can process this.
The good thing, I will tell you, if you take the herbs, I would give you 3 to 6 months. But then we target the root cause.
It does take longer, unlike Western medicine. Western medicine is 1, 2, 3, quick fix.
Yes.
This takes discipline, takes taking the herbs for a substantial amount of time, and then you will see results.
And then you don't have to take that forever.
No. Once the symptoms are gone, you stop taking the herbs.
Yes, that's the beauty of it.
It doesn't tax your liver. It doesn't have to process through your liver.
Yes.
It's gentle and kind.
So Fang Feng Tong Sheng is a very cheap.
Sheng.
Yes.
Oh, I'm having fun with that. I'm having a good time with that. Now, don't actually say that 3 times fast. I can't do it.
Say that again. Fang Feng Tong Sheng.
Fang Feng Tong Sheng.
Good.